What's going on, everybody? DJ Spinda, and I'm bringing you a new top 5. Well, actually, we're going to be covering 8 this time, so not really a top 5, but you get the picture. So, I'm going to be collaborating with my buddy, ThePhantom Michael, today, and we're going to talk about the top 8 Pokemon that you need to keep candies on in Pokemon Go. Let's get started. Alright, the first Pokemon I want to talk about is one that means a lot to me because he made it on my top 5 favorite fire types Pokemon list, and if you haven't seen that, there is a link in the description below, so please check that out. So, what I want to say actually is Magmortar is a Pokemon that is introduced in a later gen, and that means that Magmar is a Pokemon in Pokemon Go right now that you're going to want to hold on to candies for, just because you're going to want to evolve this guy. I'm expecting him to be probably 100 candies just because Magmortar is a really powerful Pokemon and I love Magmortar a lot. So 100 candies doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility for me as far as how many candies it's going to take to evolve this guy. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Magmortar. Let's go on to number 2 with Phantom.
Hi everyone, ThePhantom Michael here. Number 2, Electivire. Now, when Gen 4 is released, we'll have the opportunity to evolve Electabuzz into an Electivire. Now, to evolve Electabuzz to Electivire, I think it should cost 100 candies because I think it's going to cost 25 candies to evolve Elekid into Electabuzz. So 100 candies from Electabuzz to Electivire makes sense. Now I think we are going to see a lot of Electivire holding a lot of gyms, even though it's going to have a pretty bad weakness to, ground types, but I think that's okay,
Number 3 is Tangrowth. Now, the Phantom and I have talked about this a lot, actually, and that is that Tangrowth we think should evolve with 50 candies. Tangrowth isn't the best of Pokemon, and we know that he evolves by learning Ancient Power. When Tangela learns Ancient Power, he evolves into Tangrowth. We're thinking more along the lines of not doing a move thing where you gotta search for a Pokemon that has a particular move to evolve that Pokemon only because it won't work for another. That seems too complicated and much too difficult. I think they should just keep it to just 50 candies, and that would be fine with me.
Number 4, Rhyperior. Now if you're like me, you see an abundance of Rhyhorn. I see Rhyhorn all the time. But sometimes, they just get too annoying and I kind of skip them over, but I have to keep reminding myself that I know that 4th gen is going to come out and I need to have enough so I can, get my Pokedex on par so I can evolve my Rhydon into a Rhyperior. Now to evolve Rhydon, I think it's going to cost 100 candies. But I don't think it's going to be taking a lot of gyms because it's going to have a really, really bad weakness to water. So even though it's good to have for the Dex, I just don't think it's going to be very, gym friendly.
Number 5 for me is Magnezone. Magneton evolving into Magnezone. Now, right now, it takes 50 candies to evolve Magnemite into Magneton. Now, to evolve Magneton into Magnezone in the games, you actually have to evolve a Magneton in a cave. I don't think they're going to have any of that. They haven't so far to this point. I don't expect them to change it now. So we're expecting 100 candies to go from that Magneton to Magnezone with no extra anything special at all to do so. So that's kind of our thoughts there as far as how many candies it's going to take to evolve a Magnezone. And that's Magnemites, you're going to want to have a ton of candies already if you don't already have them, because you're going to need 50 just to evolve it into Magneton. So this is going to be just epic. I hope they make Magnezone, into a absolute powerhouse. I think that'd be super cool because he's one of my favorite electric type Pokemon. Spoilers. And that is all I really have to say about Magneton.
Number 6, Licky. Now to evolve a Lickitung in the games, Lickitung has to have the move Rollout. And I don't think that we should be looking for Pokemon in Pokemon Go that have specific moves to evolve just because it can just be really annoying trying to find it. I think because, Licky isn't even that good of a Pokemon, in my opinion, of course, I think it should just cost 50 candies to evolve Lickitung into Licky.
Number 7 on this list is Porygon Z. Porygon Z is an interesting Pokemon, but still is probably going to take what we're guessing 100 candies. So you're going to want to really, really stock up on those Porygon candies. It's going to be really tough to do because you don't find Porygons in the wild. So you're just going to have to hatch and hope for the best. So that's going to be, maybe they'll find a new way to do it, or maybe the game always evolves and the game always changes as the updates come out. So, who knows what'll happen, but we're expecting it'll be around 100 candies to evolve your Porygon 2 into a Porygon Z, which is a massive amount of candies. Very comparable to the Magikarp to Gyarados candy, something like that. So, it's going to be a difficult one, so you're going to want to stock up on a lot of those candies. Save every one of them.
Number 8, Eevee. Now, I know 2nd Gen Pokemon are going to be released in Pokemon Go in December, but I've already talked about Espeon and Umbreon on my last video on my channel. You can go check that out if you want to. But with our list right here, we're talking about mainly 4th Gen Pokemon that we can capture right now so we can get them to evolve. And it just so happens Eevee evolves into 2 different Pokemon in 4th Gen. One being the Grass-type Pokemon Leafeon, and one being the Ice-type Pokemon Glaceon. Now, to get Eevee to evolve into either of these two, I still think it should cost 25 candies like the other ones. But I think just to add a little twist to it, maybe add a nickname aspect to those characteristics just to get it to evolve into either one. I also think to get a Leafeon, you have to evolve it during the summer. And to get a Glaceon, you should have to evolve it in the winter. Now, hear me out on this. On the other side of the world, it's opposite weather conditions anyway. So right now it's summer for us. Over in Australia, it's winter right now. So I think that's really cool. And it, might make you want to travel. Who knows? But with that, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you, DJ Spinda, for having me. And we'll see you later.
Well, guys, that's all we got for today. That's our top 8 Pokemon you're going to want to save candies up in Pokemon Go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my commentary and the Phantom's commentary. It's been a great time working with him. Good close friend of mine. If you want to check out his channel, there's a link in the description below. He's got lots of other videos, and I just think, he's got a Nuzlocke plan for you guys. As always, that is it.